All right, there we go. So we're talking about overwhelm. So the definition of overwhelm is to bury or drown beneath a huge mass, defeat completely, give too much of a thing to something or someone to inundate. This is like as the verb if we were to overwhelm. Let's look at overwhelmed. Have a strong emotional effect on us. Okay. So if we look up overwhelmed, it's probably going to be the same. You guys, these are heavy. Bury or drown beneath a huge mass, inundate, defeat completely. I think this is always to be too strong, overpower. Okay. Um, I think sometimes it's good to like look up words. I love word stuff because it like we check ourselves. So with that definition, with what I just said, for those of you who are feeling overwhelmed, does that track? Are you feeling completely defeated? Are you feeling inundated? Jeanette says yes, that's what it's feeling like. Kimberly's like, no, I'm not defeated. I'm just tired. Okay. So what you have to do, what you have going on isn't matching the amount of energy you have. So you have a lower amount of internal energy than you have list of things to do or situations that you're navigating. Yes, we can do hard things. Okay, so I I once remember sharing with a mentor that I was feeling overwhelmed. There's a lot going on, right? Lots going on in the world. I have this list of things to do that was never ending, right? I feel overwhelmed. And she said something so simple to me that changed things for me. And maybe this will shift things for you, maybe it won't, but we'll unpack it here for a few minutes. She said, "All overwhelm is not knowing what to do next. Overwhelm is the lack of knowing what to do next, which brings us into priorities and boundaries and organized when in doubt dial." Yes, I love this. I love this. Um, when and I think that depending on where we are, if we're feeling overwhelmed in business, right? That's one thing. If we're feeling overwhelmed in life, right? We also know that if we just sit down and dial, if our energy isn't right, that dial session isn't going to yield us the results that it could if we took a few moments to get our energy right, right? If we are able to key into where we are and what, and I'm not saying like take a whole day to do that, but like take a few minutes. But when we look at overwhelm and we consider, and I honestly don't think I have identified with the feeling of overwhelm since that moment. Because anytime I start to feel like there's a lot going on or there's a lot to navigate or this list of things is so long to do, I immediately get into action to identify what are my priorities, what is the very next thing that has to happen. Right? Maybe that's a goal. Maybe this thing needs to happen, right? Maybe it's this much money needs to be made. And if we know that this much money needs to be made, we know how to make money in this business. Maybe it's this situation needs to get resolved. This conversation has to happen. Maybe it's I need to go grocery shopping because I haven't eaten because I don't have any good food in my house. And so the very first thing that needs to happen is that I need to go buy healthy food so that I can have a nutritious meal so that I can feel better and I can get to dialing and feel really good doing that. So, if you're feeling overwhelmed, I think often we meet overwhelm with pulling back. And and I said this the other day in a chat. It's one of my favorite mottos or phrases, if you will. And I say it to myself all the time, and I've only recently started to say it out loud, which is don't do nothing just because you can't do everything. How many times do we feel overwhelmed by that list of things to do, and our response is to do nothing, to slow down, to pull back? Drop a one in the chat if that resonates with you. Like, does that track? Are you like, oh my gosh, I have so much to do. Let me just sit on the couch and eat bonbons, or let me just like sometimes it could be the opposite too. You could like go into over planning mode, and then you're planning to plan, and then you're not actually accomplishing anything. Frozen. What? Okay. So if we feel the overwhelm and we see that as a invitation to identify our priorities and to just take a step and do identify what is the next thing that needs to get done, we almost immediately dissolve the overwhelm. Because as soon as we know exactly what needs to happen and we take action on that one thing, what happens? We accomplish something. We feel less, there's less on our plate. There's less to do. It is perfectionism, absolutely. And so when you're feeling that, like I really, for those of you who said, I'm feeling overwhelmed right now, I want you to pick one, like pick the one thing. What is the next thing? And if you want to go further, there's actually a really good exercise that we did. Christina has run her team through this before. We did this while we were in Washington, where it can be a very quick process, right? Of like phase one is brain dump. Take 5 minutes and write down every single thing that is on your brain, everything that's making you feel overwhelmed. It could be just a list of things to do. It could be a situation that's getting a lot of your energy and you're trying to avoid giving it your energy and you just need to like brain dump it out of how it's holding you back and what's happening and what's going on. Yes. Over multitasking, yeah. So phase one is you just brain dump all the things that need to get done, all the things that need to be addressed, all the things that you need to think about. I literally have a list of things that I have to think about because I don't have the capacity to even think about some of those things. So I have a list of things of like when I have some mental capacity, I need to just sit and think about these things. List of things to unpack. So phase one, brain dump it all out. And then for the things that need action to be taken on them, you take out that beautiful planner of yours and those beautiful highlighters, and you literally schedule in every single thing and when it's going to be done. Because when you know when it can be done and you know that there's a plan, we lift that overwhelm. But I think overwhelm is one of those things that it's a choice. And this might hurt some feelings, but hi, I'm Marcy and I'm your friend. Overwhelm is a choice because we have another choice, which is to take care of business, which is to take care of that list of things to do, which is to phone a friend and say, I'm feeling so overwhelmed. And what I would like to be feeling right now is productive. What I'd like to be feeling right now is peaceful. What I'd like to be feeling right now is XYZ. And I bet you any money, you guys, there are things that you need to get done. There's things on that list that you've been waiting weeks to do, and they will take you 5 minutes to get done. Set the timer. I did this recently with my dishes. I hate doing the dishes. I hate it. I have this mini little dishwasher. I have to run the dishwasher 14 times in a day to keep up. And it took me less than 3 minutes to empty the dishwasher. And I will put that off all day long. And guess what that does? That creates so much anxiety because then my kitchen feels like a mess because I've got this tiny little kitchen and then I can't cook because there's no space. And then I'm not eating meals. So now I'm just popping some frozen thing in the microwave and it just like snowballs. And literally all I had to do was take 2 minutes and 47 seconds to empty the dishwasher. Come on. Don't be your own enemy. Don't choose overwhelm. Choose to take action. Choose to step into the way that you want to be feeling. Oh, yeah, I used to not have a dishwasher. That is a non-negotiable for me now. I had an apartment where I didn't have a dishwasher and I bought one of those like tabletop ones because I'm not doing this. So I want you guys all to drop whether you're feeling overwhelmed or not, drop one thing. What is one thing? What's the next thing that gets to get done? What is the one thing that if you accomplish today, you feel like you're moving the needle? Drop that in the chat. Jeanette, I want to challenge you to just commit to getting it done by end of day tomorrow. Get it done. Don't just try. Do my best means I'm going to try. Just commit. Do it. Get it done. And text me when it's done. Dial. Eat. Yes, please, Valerie. Please eat. Dial. Okay, Maura, Rosario, the dial. What are we dialing? Or like one dial? Lots of dials? Are we setting a certain number of appointments? Get really specific.
That, yeah, I need to dial. I mean, I need to get it done. I need to get 20 appointments.
Okay. Okay. How many appointments do you have set right now for the week?
Zero for right now.
Okay. What's your goal for today? As you're dialing, how many appointments do you want to set?
I want to set 3 appointments today.
Perfect. So we're going to dial until. Text me when you got your 3 appointments.
Got it. Thanks.
Yeah. Bill, I love the specifics. Book at least one appointment for early next week. Done. Boom. Okay. All right. If you guys are not in the Saturday accountability group me, I think I can go back and grab the link, or if anybody has that. It's weird. I can go back to previous because this is a recurring event. I can go back to previous ones and I know that it's been shared in here. It might just be easier to go to the thing. Okay. Here it is. Dial for 1 hour. Beautiful. Okay. You guys, you've got this. The way we feel, the energy that we're stepping into, it is a choice, and I also recognize that 95% of the time it doesn't feel like a choice. We feel the way we feel, and those feelings are based on the unconscious mind and what it's doing and what it's believing and what it's wanting you to believe. Your brain plays tricks on you, right? We talk about that every single week. Your brain is playing tricks on you. Your brain, here's another little tidbit, and then we'll stop recording. I'll hang out for a few minutes. I can hang out till 9:30, but I got a hard stop at 9:30. Um, Overwhelm is the same as like, I don't know. It is a way that your brain convinces you that you're not enough or you don't have the capacity, or a way that it throws a wrench in your goal. So if you have big goals, if you have a lot going on, your brain's gonna want to keep you small and safe. And so it's gonna tell you you're overwhelmed, because overwhelm typically means we stop moving forward. We slow down, we freeze. Almost all of you guys said that that's your experience when you feel overwhelmed. So what if that was your brain telling you that you were overwhelmed to try to get in your way of you accomplishing your goals? What is your conscious, if you know that, what do you want to say to your brain? What conversation do you get to have with yourself, with that part of you that's trying to get in your way? What do you get to say? Actually, no, brain. I'm not overwhelmed. There's a lot to do, and I got big goals, and I'm not stopping, and you're not going to get in my way. So you can come for the ride, but you're sitting in the back seat, you're sitting down, and you're shutting up. Because I need you. I still need you to keep me safe. Because if we're going on a trip, I need to make sure that I stay safe. Yes, we need that part of our brain. But what if we just get to turn the volume down and we get to see that as a separate thing? It's that little voice in our ear that's telling us that we're not gonna be successful, we're not enough, because it doesn't like change. And if we become successful, and if we hit our goals, and if we clear out our list of things to do, we're gonna feel really good, and we're gonna start stepping into a new version of ourselves, and our brain doesn't want that. So have that conversation. Exactly. Stop it. I've got this. Thank you. I appreciate you trying to protect me, but like there is not a mammoth chasing me. Like I'm not gonna die. I just have a list of things to do I need to get done. Okay. I hope that serves. I hope that that supports. It wasn't exactly there's always more that can come out of my mouth, but I am going to stop recording. I'm going to hang out for 8 more minutes. So if anybody else wants to hang out, has any questions, wants me to dive a little bit deeper in anything, I will be here until 9:30. But I will stop the recording. And if you got to go, go get them. And I hope you guys have an awesome week 4.